exhaust manifold is now free. I'll slide that. Whoa! Woo! Yep, I got scared. You heard that. Hey guys, welcome back to Johnny Boy's Garage. So we're gonna start on our first relatively large scale rebuild or build, whatever you want to call it. I picked up a car solely because of the price point. It's twin turboed and it's blown up. Came with 2 engines, 2 transmissions. Currently completely disassembled. I don't even know if I have all the hardware. Got us an old twin turboed V6 Mustang. It's been sitting for a while. I think this will be an interesting project. There's a turbo. There's another. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but we're going to get this thing back to the shop, cleaned up, and get to wrenching on it. We're going to start washing this thing. As you can see, we got some parts here. The engines are already in the garage. And here she is. Quote, mighty whitey. That sounds a little too tighty-whitey to me, so I'm gonna figure out how to take that strip off. Probably gonna take all the horsepower adding flames. You know, I don't want anybody knowing it's fast. I want them to just find out it's fast. But for 500, got a pretty clean interior, if you know, it wasn't filled with all sorts of parts and trash. But I figure we'll start off with power washing this thing and we will go from there. So I'm gonna start off by hitting this thing with the foam cannon. I think it's about to start raining, but I'm just wanting to get all this dirt off the thing. As you can see, this car is a mess. Some Spec D headlights. We'll keep them for now. I don't know if we're gonna run them, but maybe nice to have later. So the car could still use a bit of a vacuuming and an overall cleanup, but I got all the parts out of it and you can now see the seats. I haven't bothered going into the trunk yet, but starting to look like a car on the inside again. Took a while, probably about an hour and a half to get all this stuff out of here and sort out the trash. 2 bags of trash is what was on the inside of this car. So the plan with this car is it's going to be more of a long-term build. We'll order parts, put them on as we get them. The 2 engines and 2 transmissions that came with it. This was modified so that the turbos shot out through the hood area. I don't know if I really want to run it like that. I'd like to hide the turbos, have them down low where you can't see them. That was a parts engine basically for this one. He had swapped the cranks and did some other stuff. I couldn't tell you what all he did. All I know is that one's bad and that one's blown up. From what it sounds like, he spun all the crank bearings. We're gonna tear into this and see why it blew up, other than the obvious reason of there was 2 turbos on it and it was probably turned all the way up. Based on how the output shaft and input shaft feels, this is the transmission we're gonna run, because apparently I can't find one. I do have another block that I know is good for a 3.8 that I have to go pick up from a buddy's house. I have a bolt broke off in the block, so we're gonna try to extract that. While I was there, I picked up an engine stand from the guy I bought the car from. So, have an extra engine stand so we can have all 3 engines up in the air. And then still have an engine stand. No, I only have 3 engine stands. But we could have all 3 up in the air and kind of the ability to move them around. This is just where we slapped them down because it was easy. I'm undecided on whether or not I'm gonna put the turbos on this car. I may do like a double thing, build a reliable daily driver block, and do a let's just blow it up having fun. But apparently these 3.8s are real hard to find right now. I hit up my parts guy, Steel City Mustangs. He informed me he doesn't have a single 3.8 motor right now. So I don't have a motor on the way at the moment, but there's a lot of work that needs to be done under the hood of this car. So we'll start there. As always, guys, I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next week.